I'm going to talk about usefulness of an early MRI-based classification system for predicting vertebral collapse and pseudoarthrosis after osteoporosis vertebral fracture. I have no COI. You know, if radiological prognosis can be predicted at an early stage, aggressive conservative therapy intervention or surgery can be initiated relatively early. So this study aimed to investigate the degree of predictable radiological prognosis using early MRI-based classification of osteoporosis vertebral fracture. Yeah, we clarified whether an early MRI-based classification predicts pseudoarthrosis and final vertebral collapse in osteoporotic vertebral fractures. 109 patients were enrolled in this study, and the follow-up rate for a period was over 6 months. Early mid-sagittal T1 and T2 MRI within 10 days after onset of pain were analyzed. The incidence of final vertebral body collapse, pseudoarthrosis, conversion were examined for each vertebral fracture type. This is T1 classification. The vertebral body was divided into 4 sections. These 4 sections, and the fractures was grouped into 6 types according to whether each signal variation section exceeded half of the area. So it means total type, so Y type is so whole body, whole vertebra was damaged. This is T2 classification. We classified this one, hypointense limited type and hypointense Y type, hypointense limited type and hypointense so Y type. Okay, let me show the results. Finally, vertebral collapse rate was higher in total type compared to the other groups. In addition, pseudoarthrosis was observed in 20 patients in only total type. So it means in T1 MRI classification, this total type, it means so whole body damaged MRI has a so high risk for vertebral collapse and pseudoarthrosis. Okay, next is the result of the T2 MRI classification. So vertebral collapse rate and vertebral collapse rate was higher, significantly higher in hypointense Y type and hypointense Y type. In addition, pseudoarthrosis was observed in all groups except the hypointense Y type. So it means the hypointense Y type in T2 has high risk for vertebral collapse progression and pseudoarthrosis. We combined these 2 classifications in T1 and T2 classification. So T1 total damage and T2 hypointense limited type and hypointense Y type were high risk of the vertebral collapse rate. In addition, pseudoarthrosis risk for this type. And the sensitivity of pseudoarthrosis was 85% and the specificity was 94%. We analyzed the X-ray analysis in early stage. This one is so fracture wedge rate difference between posterior and anterior vertebral lengths was positively correlated with final vertebral collapse rate. In addition, this fracture wedge rate difference was correlated with strongly pseudoarthrosis group. So in addition, this so fracture wedge rate difference was correlated with this previous MRI risk group. In conclusions, we varied MRI classifications for early osteoporosis vertebral fractures in 129 vertebral of 109 patients who underwent conservative treatment by categorizing fractures in type of basis of the combination of T1, T2 classification, we were able to differentiate types that demonstrate high pseudoarthrosis conversion rate. T1 total damage type and T2 hyper-intense limited type and hyper-intense wide type are the high risk factors. The significantly positive correlation was observed between wedge difference and the final body collapse rate. Wedge difference was significantly higher in the pseudoarthrosis group. Thank you for your attention.